lovelies, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my quick summer mommy makeup routine that you guys can see is completed right here on my face right now. I have totally dove into my makeup routine, pulled out the things that I think are most important, especially for getting out the door but still looking amazing in my opinion. I've added in some new summer favorites that I wanted to share with you guys, and of course I'm going to be sharing my favorite tips, tricks, and hacks for having amazing makeup all day long during summer as a mom. So if you're excited to watch today's video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button before you guys leave today's video for more content like this, and stay tuned to watch how I achieved this look for my everyday summer makeup routine. So the first step in my typical makeup routine is to use a primer, and I actually completely skip that step for my summer routine, especially the quick summer routine, because I notice when I put a primer down and then try to put all of my makeup on it, if I'm ever out in the heat, running around, sweating, going to the gym, all of the things that I still do or do more of in the summer, my makeup will start to move and even run. So I skip out on the primer and go straight to my tinted face moisturizer with SPF. The one that I've been loving that I shared with you guys first a couple weeks ago over on Instagram is the Bare Republic brand. It gives me an SPF of 30. So it's still a broad spectrum SPF. It's water resistant, which I think has been key in this formula being one of my absolute must-haves and favorites, especially for my summer routine. And then it also is free of chemical sunscreen actives, so I can feel good about using this product on my face. It's actually a cream to powder formula, and it tells you to shake it well, which I've already done. So it looks like this when it comes out. And then you guys will see that it smooths and finishes on in a powder form. Because it lays as a powder, I don't actually have to go out and blend it with my brush or a beauty blender like I typically do with my BB cream. Once it's on, I can sincerely say that I don't feel it at all. It is that lightweight, and I don't notice it moving around during the day or melting off of my face. With that said, I don't notice a lot of transfer at all with this tinted moisturizer in comparison to my previous BB cream, which literally melted off or rubbed off on everything possible. I could never wear a white shirt with it, ever. A couple days ago, I told you guys over on my Instagram stories that I had this major craving for regular dairy cheese, and I gave into that craving, and I really wish I hadn't, because it didn't necessarily make me feel terrible stomach-wise later on. I did take lactase with it, and so I think that that helped prevent some of the symptoms that I'm used to, but I am definitely now seeing it all over my face popping up with really painful acne, so that's definitely another reason I need to keep in mind to avoid dairy. Because of that, I do need to go ahead and use some concealer. I use two different concealers. The first one is the Bowing Hydrating Concealer by Benefit. The color that I use is number 1, and I use this concealer under my eyes because it's moisturizing. Something I've noticed as I've gotten older, and especially now with my summer routine, is I want to keep my skin moisturized so as to not define fine lines. So I use this and sometimes build it up. But for today's quick summer mommy makeup routine, I just do one layer and then I will blend it out with my Makeup Revolution blender. Makeup Revolution sponges have become a quick favorite of mine. I tested out several from discount stores like TJ Maxx and HomeGoods, and I was never impressed with the quality of them. And then I also tried to use a beauty blender and noticed that it disintegrated within weeks of using it, which is totally unacceptable for the cost. So I finally, after your guys' recommendation, tried Makeup Revolution and I have not turned back. And because I use two different concealers, I use one side for my Benefit concealer and then the other side for my Tarte Shape Tape. The color that I use is light. I do really like this concealer, but like I said, I noticed that my under eye specifically needed a little bit more moisture because during the day it will start to dry out even more my skin and reinforce those fine lines. So I typically just use the Shape Tape for blemishes or discoloration that I want to cover up, or areas that I want to highlight. Something else that I learned about Tarte Shape Tape is that the less you use, the easier it is to blend out and the less it will crease on your face throughout the day. So just a little bit goes a long way. I have never been somebody to use foundation. I just really don't like the way that it looks on me. I know a lot of people use it, a lot of people love it, but I think I can get away with just using a little bit of BB cream or tinted moisturizer and some concealer and then a face powder to set it. But for anybody, if you're comfortable with it, I would definitely suggest skipping the foundation for summer and just trying to do a lighter look because it's gonna feel way better on your skin, especially in the heat. So like I said, the next step that I do is set it with a powder. The powder that I still use and love is the Laura Mercier Smooth Finish Foundation Powder, and I use color number 03 because it has a rose undertone. And I will just sincerely lightly put this all over my face. Like barely any, seriously. And that just helps to set all of the concealer that I put on my face and also just kind of give a uniform look wherever I didn't hit with concealer. So because it's summer and I don't want to look like just a complete pale washed out face, I have started adding in a contour routine that is super simple and something anybody can take on. Contour palette I use is by e.l.f. and it's their golden 4-count contour palette. e.l.f. is extremely affordable, and all that I do is I just mix all 4 colors together with my contour brush, tap it off a little, and then hit a little bit on my cheekbone, a little bit on my jawline, and then around my hairline. Again, contouring is something that can go overboard really easily for me. These palettes are not very pigmented, so it's easier for me to use them because I can build it up over time and blending rather than starting out with a huge streak that I then have to make look natural. So that's why I think this is an amazing option for people who either don't do a lot of contouring ever or are new at it or just want it to be ever so natural looking. The next step in my quick routine is by using blush. The blush that I use is by NARS in the color Orgasm. It's just the original Orgasm color. The next thing that I do is highlight, bronze, eyes, and cheeks all in one complete palette. The biggest thing that I would highly recommend for your summer routine is to invest in a cream palette. If you can find one like this one, my favorite, that kind of does a 4-in-1 or an all-in-one, they sell tons of those. That's what I would definitely recommend. It's the quickest thing to grab. I use my fingers in it actually to apply it, so I don't even need any brushes. I could take it with me on the go, and again, I could use it for as many things as my eyeshadow, my blush, my highlight, my bronzer, my lips. All of those things all in this one palette. Again, by NARS. NARS is one of my favorite brands. I think they have some of the coolest, most unique makeup pieces out there. This is the Endless Orgasm palette. This is what it looks like, and it's all of these shades you can use in all of those different places that I told you. Again, for me, my summer routine, it's not about going overboard. It's about making you look a little bit more naturally beautiful, especially when you have the heat to worry about. The next thing that I use in my routine is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. If I am looking for a more like impactful look, I will actually use the same Anastasia brow gel, but in a dipped color. For the summer, for my quick routine, I simply put on the clear brow gel to hold it in place and also to kind of whisk away any of the powder particles that are left in my eyebrow from using anything from the blush or from my powder or the concealer that might have dampened the color and taken away the boldness of the natural look of my eyebrows. But moving on to the next step, I go straight to my mascara, which I think is literally the most important makeup step that anyone could ever have. If you are literally running out the door and you can only do one thing, I would highly recommend mascara. It opens up and brightens your eyes and makes you look put together even if you completely are not. The mascara that I swear by, that you guys have heard me talk about so many times before, is Dior Show. So the next thing I do is lip, and I layer this for a really nice summer glow type of lip. The first thing I start out with is the Naked Cream Urban Decay lipstick. And because I think that looks a little bit flat, I will then add the NARS Orgasm, oh sorry, it's Super Orgasm lip gloss. It looks like this. You can see I've only done it on my bottom lip. The difference, it just adds that gloss, that high shine, a little bit of added pink color, and some sparkle. Then the very last thing is I hit it with my makeup setting spray. It's actually a 4-in-1 setting mist by Tarte. It's the Rainforest of the Sea. I think that it goes super well with summer because of the smell, because of the vibes that it's giving. It works as a setting spray, primer, hydrating mist, and skin refresher in one. So you can actually use it as all of those things if you'd like to. Today, and for my typical summer routine, I simply use it as my makeup setting spray. And that is it for today's video. That was my entire quick summer mommy makeup routine. Obviously, it would work for anybody, not just mothers. So take that into account. Share this video if you liked it. If there's any tips that you particularly loved, I would love to have you guys share this video with your family and friends. Give this video a thumbs up if you took anything away from today's video, and leave me a comment down below with your favorite summer makeup hack. I would love to hear any and everything you guys have to say in regards to helping your makeup stay better and look better throughout the entire super hot summer. I will say the one good thing about summer is that we are now almost to fall, which is great news. Don't forget to subscribe before you guys leave today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.